Welcome to Carl Traeger Elementary. Today we're going to take a tour of the building so you can become familiar with the layout of the building and the people who work in our school. Today my friend Rex is going to be helping us as we walk through the building. On your right you'll see our office. This is where you'll find our principal, Mrs. G, our secretary, Mrs. Kidd, and our building assistant, Miss Eileen. You might see some other people helping out in our office. Mrs. Lynch, our school nurse, Mrs. Thiel, our other nurse, and Miss Heidemann, our school counselor. Continue straight ahead and you will be in the cafeteria. This is lunch. Children eat lunch every day. Now Rex is walking straight ahead through the cafeteria. Rex stops at the music room and then points out the gym. This is our music room. Children have specials every day and it's on an ABC rotating schedule. Children have music for 45 minutes every third day. Our music specialists are Mrs. Schmidt and Mrs. Sabula. This is our gym. Children have physical education class every third day for 45 minutes each session. Our physical education teachers are Mrs. Wera and Mrs. Zerby. There are two hallways that go off the back of the cafeteria. First, Rex is going to take us down the hallway on the right called the C Wing. Rex's first stop is going to be the Media Center. Our media specialist is Mrs. Miller. Rex continues down the hallway, stopping at Miss Groth's room and Mrs. Van Hooklin's room. These are two of our kindergarten classrooms. This is a picture of one of our classrooms. We're very fortunate to have fairly large classrooms with bright windows, large classroom libraries, and interactive whiteboards. Now Rex continues down the hallway to the second grade pod. Here you'll find Mrs. Lepper, Mrs. Witt, Mrs. Zapata, and Miss Moon's classrooms. Rex continues down the C Wing to the last pod. Here you'll find Mrs. Branson, Mrs. Trebetowski, Mrs. Gustafson, and Mrs. Pinkerton. Straight behind the Media Center is the first grade pod. Here you'll find Miss Weiss, Mrs. Cardinal, and Mrs. Martin's classrooms. Now Rex is going to take us down the A Wing. The first stop is the art room. Our art specialists are Miss Mocha and Miss Larson. Students have art every third day for a 45-minute period. As Rex continues down the A Wing, we pass Mrs. Ballard's room and Miss Heidemann's counseling office. The next stop is Miss Conan's room. Rex continues down the A Wing and stops in the first pod, the fourth grade pod. Here you'll find Mr. Amel, Mrs. Gibson's 4K classroom, Mrs. Wolf's classroom, and Mrs. Cordis's classroom. The last stop in the A Wing is the fifth grade pod. Here you'll find Mr. Clark, Miss Nyman, Mrs. Gorski's 4K classroom, and Mrs. Pertel's classroom. Traeger has a beautiful playground. We have great play equipment and plenty of space for children to run and play. Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour of Carl Traeger Elementary. We can't wait to see you in person.